Or 18, inspection requirements general, unless otherwise provided with the tank specification requirement of the section apply for the purpose of the section inspection refers to the radiograph of the ultrasonic testing. Well with the required area of the re-examine the original non-destructive test method to discover the defect. 18.13 has been scored. A radiographic examination should be made with a technique except for the stream of the paragraph 10.2 above. Ultrasonic examination should be made with a technique except for the stream of the paragraph 10.5 above. Provide with the process of automated scanning of the relative to the displacement ultrasonic beam of the material being tested. The other manual means. Manual ultrasonic inspection methods are prohibited. Initial inspection of the tank constructed with the groups per paragraph 18.3 of the order. Within Wells paragraph 18.2 ultrasonic examination should be performed using automated, semi-automated technique using except for the stream of paragraph 10.5 above. 18.14, 18.2, weld the joints to be inspected with radiograph ultrasonic entire length of the following complete penetration butt joints shall be inspected with the longitudinal circumferential joint of the tank except for the circumferential joints and the multi-unit tanker cards needed to be radiograph the ultrasonic inspect the joint between the shell of the concerned type of fittings used to provide reinforced openings appendix E with the figure E20. 2. Terraling the single with a weld complete penetration point with a butt joint with a backup should be inspected with the combination of less than the full fillet weld or tap with the interior heads of the compartment tanks and appendix E with the all complete penetration groove welds included with the nozzle tank with the groove welds welded directly with the tank shell head shall require the radiograph automated, semi-automated manual ultrasonic inspection as follows. The pressure tanks 100% of the weld length of the shall be inspected. Non-pressure tanks a minimum 6 inches minimum clearance. Continuous length of each of the welds should be inspected for welds less than 6 inches long with 100% of the weld length shall be inspected. If the inspected length was not met to the specified acceptance criteria for the 10.0 for the non-destructive test method, use the 100% of the weld length should be examined using the non-destructive test method for tanks constructed groups per paragraph 18.3 below. The first 3 tanks are acceptable. Then every 1 in 5 tanks chosen random should be inspected per the above. The subsequent tank has more than 2 rejectable discontinuities. The 3 additional tanks should be inspected reverting back to every 1 in 5 tanks. 2 rejectable discontinuity must be separated no less than 10 times the competent thickness to qualify the exemption. Note each weld type should be treated independently. Long seam of the nozzle should be inspected independently. Nozzle shield weld. 824 exemption following complete penetration groove welds does not require radiographic inspection, ultrasonic inspection, nozzle to flange welds, nozzle to reinforcement pad welds, inspection of the non-pressurized constructed groups. When the shear of the carbon steel with a high alloy steel tanks made in the core for the dot 179, 200 and 179, 220, the same material with the qualification group and welding procedures are being welded in succession. All completed penetration butt joints to each of the weld joint category must be inspected in accordance with paragraph 821 above except as follows. 832, welding joint category. The complete penetration butt joint of the tanks must be characterized with respect for the welding performance specification welding or welding operator in the welding machine. Certified facilities documented each for the category definition limitation. Each of the category should be limited to the scope to define with the certified function facilities documentation. According to the complete penetration butt joint of the tank may be placed in one or more of the categories. Welds in each of the categories should be treated independently. Welds for the other category for the acceptance of the projection requirement to completely radiograph the welds in one category should have no effects of the welds in other categories. In the first 3 tanks of the initial series of 20 tanks, there are no more than 2 unacceptable defects, rejectable discontinuity, and confirm any circumferential joint, no more than 1 or unacceptable defect, rejectable discontinuity, any of the 15 longitudinal joints, and then for the next 17 tanks, other inspection, longitudinal, circumferential, double the wide, complete penetration butt joints need to be inspected to an unacceptable defects, rejectable discontinuity, circumferential joints must be separated not less than 10 times from the shell with the thickness of their member to qualify the exemption. 18.3.4 inspection and intersection. Inspection and intersection should include at least 6 inches of the longitudinal joint, at least 2 inches of the circumferential joint, each for the side of the intersection. When the welded joint contains a rejectable discontinuity, inspection of 6 inches of the length of the weld to continue question each of the side of the defective weld areas required that the weld adjacent with defective welds are acceptable. The tank welding question should be deemed acceptable. The defective weld should be repaired and inspected until acceptable. If the welding of the adjacent area does not comply with the acceptance standard of all complete penetration butt joints with the welded category of the tank as well with the 2 successive tanks shall be inspected throughout the entire length of the 3 tanks shall be considered the first of the initial series with respect to the category only with the inspection examination procedure revert the specified paragraph 18.3.1 above. succeeding tanks, each with a successive series of the 20 tanks at the intersection of longitudinal circumference will complete penetration, but joints need to be inspected, except for the one tank selected with a random by the inspector should be inspected in accordance with paragraph 18.2.1 above. 18.352 with no more than 2 rejectable discontinuities, and with the inspected circumferential joints no more than any skeletal defects of 15-foot length inspected longitudinal joint with the remaining tanks of the series only with the intersection of longitudinal circumferential the completion penetration, but joints need to be inspected. 2 rejectable discontinued with the circumferential joints must be separated not less than 10 inches for the tank shell thickness for the qualified of the exemption. 18.353 if the rejectable discontinues exceeding paragraph 18.352 above, then the tank shall be treated as the first initial series 20 tanks. The inspection procedure shall revert specified in paragraph 18.3.1 above. Figures Appendix W, figure XX test position groove welds a pipe, position 1G, position 2G, position 5G, position 6G. You fix. Alright, figure XX test position fillet wells pipe. Test position 1 and 1F flat. Test position 2F horizontal position. Test position 2F for horizontal position rotated. Test position 4F overhead position. Test position multiple position. F5 for multiple position fix. Location of the test specimen, the test pipe procedure. Top of the pipe at the 5G 6 position 1 and 2. Top of the pipe at the 5G 6 position 1, 2, 3, 4. Root bend, face bend, face bend. Top of the pipe with the 5G and 6G position, tension, side bend, tension, side bend 45 degrees. Full section tension specimen for the pipe. D is the inside diameter, 2 inside the diameter plug. G jaws of the testing machine show the testing tensile spacing is going to crush it. Groove weld, root bend, test plate, helder, weld operation, root bend test specimens. You'd have in these dash areas, the recommended direction of the roll is this way, and then I guess the root bend is right across the cell, so those would go through the bending. For non-furious metal, the edge of the oxygen cut may or not be cut. The radius of 3 inches of the plates have 3/8 of an inch and 1/2 inch thick. Section A shows a double portion between fillet welds between any of the positions, so with a double V grab with a backing bar. Maximum size single pass fillet weld. Fillet weld on pipe welder and welding operator. Direction of bend, quarter section macro speed, total T wall thickness, quarter section fractured specimen, maximum fillet side thickness, start and stop weld near center bend, wall thickness greater than or equal to the thickness, base metal thickness. Location of the test specimen on wall of the test pipe specimen. Pipe wall 3/8 of an inch and under. Root bend, face bend. Pipe wall over side bend 45 degrees. Specimens 1G 2 positions. Specimen 5G 6 positions. There's 4 black face bends and root bends 45 degrees. Pipe over 3/8 of an inch. You see a smaller side bend, no root bend. Figure 420 shows the micro hardness survey on a double V groove, bevel groove. Reinforcement bars clamped welded back test plate, but the test plate shall be back tacked welded shall be otherwise supported in position. So we have the test plate, reinforcing bars, tank shell, test plate. Suggested order removal of specimens. Discard this piece to reduce section tension. Guide to the specimen. Guide bend specimen. Corrosion test specimen. Impacts heat affected zone. Impacts welded to heat metal. Discard this piece. Reinforcement bars clamped to back test plate. Test plate should be attacked with a shell or otherwise supported in position. Should the test place a reinforcing bar to tanker shell? One method of preparing a test plate. You notice that the bar is in the back side of that. Alright, sketch A, reduced section specimen, edge of the widest face fill with the unfair, this is a widest face fill. Unfused material edges, flame cut, welding reinforcement, such machine flush with the base material section, machine preferred milling. Term produced for section test and specimen. So these are for your root bend passes, specimens, your welding test specimens. Longitudinal face bend, longitudinal root bend specimens.
Old pair I fixed. The hoops were broken.
Yeah.
And they would always fall off your ass.
Thank you. Test plate, guide bend, test specimen, dissimilar metals. This shows a face bend specimen. Weld 6-inch minimum. Surface B, root bend specimen. And flame cut not less than 1/8 of an inch of the machine from the cut edge. Side bend sketch. Surface A, face bend. Surface B, root bend, weld, side bend specimen. Alright, this shows a tapered tapped hole to testing machine. Hardness roller's hat, 1.5 inch made with a substitute jig shoulders as required. Shoulders hard in grease. That's a gig bend test. You put the plate in here and it pushes it in and bends it to a U shape. That's a jig and bend test, a guided bend test. Continued. This shows a fillet weld, direction of loading, macro testing, cross section, non-fierce metal length, 10 inches width, 3 inches minimum thinnest member, 3/16 of 1/2 inch maximum fillet, 1/2 inch, non-fierce metal, 4 inches width, length 4 inches width, 4 inches thinnest member, thickness 3/16 to 3/8 of an inch, maximum fillet size, same of dimension. You stop and restart near the center, directional loading, and then you have maximum thickness base material of the tank at the point with welding of 1 inch, which is where it's smaller, 5 equal section, discard end section. Macro testing, sketch B for procedure qualification test. So each of the points are 1 inch there, and discard the end. And then performance qualification 2 test, sketch B, discard end section, 5 equal sections. This shows fillet weld positions, horizontal, vertical, axis EC, of total position fillet welds, flat, horizontal, overhead, vertical, inclination, axis, rotation, face. Base material, direction of loading, longitudinal space, transverse specimen, welded material, base metal, welded metal, plate, longitudinal specimen, welded metal, base metal, cut finish, length of notch, welded. Sketch of a full-size Sharpie V-notch specimen. Show the V-notch at 10,000 inch radius. Sketch 8 sub-size Sharpie V-notch specimen. Permissible dimension values, angle between the adjacent cross-sectional domain, length of section, centering of the notch, angle of the notch, radius of the notch, dimension of the bottom of the notch, surface finish requirements. Alright, suggested format, welding procedure specification. I'm glad we got to this. Company name by welding procedure specification, revision date, supporting procurement, procedure qualification record, numbers, number, and date, welding process and types, automatic, mechanical, manual, machine, or semi-auto details, joint design, backing, yes or no, backing material type, refer to both backing retainers, metal, non-fusing to metal, other to non-metallic, schedule production drawings, welded symbols, written description, shows general arrangement, parts to be welded where ample routing space for the detailed welded grooves are specified. All option manufacturer sketches may be attached, illustrated, joint design, welded layers, bead sequence for notch, toughness, procedure, multiple repair process required, base number P number to P number to the specification, type of the grade, specification, type of the grade, or chemical analysis, mechanical property, chemical, or to chemical analysis, mechanical property, thickness, range, base material, groove or fillet, other filler metal specification, AWS number, F number, A number, so filler metal deposited, welded metal, electrode flux, class, flux trade name, consumable insert, other. Position of groove, welding position, progression, up and down, position of fillet, post-weld heat sprint, temperature, range, preheat, time and manage, temperature, minimum, inner pass, temperature, maximum, preheat, maintenance, continuous special heating where applicable should be recorded, gas percent, composition, gas, mixture, flow rate, shielding, trailing, and backing, electrical characteristics, current AC or DC polarity, amps, range, voltage, tungsten electrode size, type, pure tungsten, 2% thoriated, etc., mode of the transfer, gas metal arc, spray arc, short arc, circuited arc, etc., electrical wire feeds, bangs, technique, string weave bead, orifice, gap size, cup size, initial inner pass, cleaning, brush, grinding, etc., method like back gouging, oscillation, contact tube for the work distance, multiple pass, single pass per side, multiple single electrode travel speed, range, peening, and other filler metal weld layer process, class, diameter, total, current type of polarity, amp, range, voltage, range, travel speed, range, and other remarks, confident, hot wire, additional technique, hot torch angle, etc. Suggested format, procedure qualification record, number, company name, welding procedure spec, welding process, manual, semi-automatic joints, groove design, test coupon, combination qualification, deposit, welded thickness, should record each of them, the filler metal, the base metal, material specification, type of the grade, P number, the thickness, test coupon, D diameter, test coupon, other filler metals, AWS specification, classification, filler metal, F number, metal, manual, A number, size of the filler metal, other deposit metal, post-weld heat, temperature, time, other gas, percentage composition, gas mixture, flow rate, shielding, trailing, backing, electrical characteristics, current polarity, amps, voltage, tungsten, electrode size, other position, groove, the welded progression, upward or downward, other techniques, travel speed, string, weave bead, oscillation, multiple pass, single pass, per side, single, other, multitudes, other, preheat, temperature, inner pass, temperature, other, a reduced section tensile for specimen number, the width, thickness, area of the ultimate total load, pound, ultimate unit stress, PS, type of the failure, location, all welded metal, tension, specimen tested, type of the figure, number, the diameter, area in square inches, ultimate strength and load, total load in pound, units in your stress, PSI, yield strength of 0.2%, offset PSI, elongation percentage, reduction area, guide bend test, type of the figure, number, the result, Sharpie, impact valve test, specimen number, notch, location, notch, type test, temperature, impact valve values, percent shear of the lateral expansion mills, fillet weld test, results satisfactory, yes, penetration parent weld, yes or no, Marco results, other test site, the deposit analysis, weld name, clock number, stamp number, test conducted by the laboratory test number, we certify the statement required for the correctly tested welds prepared and weld with the test and code for the requirements appendix W, manufacturer date, and by. Record welder performance qualification testing, welder's name, clock number, stamp number, the welding process, sheet with identification, welding performance specification file with the weld during weld, the test coupon base material with weld and thickness manual, semi-automatic variables for each of the process, use your qualified backing metal with a weld, both side flux, etc. P2P number, the filler metal, AWS classification, filler F number, the consumable insert meld, thickness, welding position 1G, 5G, etc. Progression, uphill, downhill, back gassing, gas, tungsten arc welding, gas metal arc welding, transfer mode, gas, tungsten arc welding, current type, polarity, machine welding, variety of the process, W1202, guided bend test, figure W5, sketch C, side, sketch A and B, transition R and F, sketch B, type of side, root and face, result, type of side, root and face, result, visual examination acceptable, yes, radiographic, yes or no, type radiograph test, alternative qualification groove, weld, radiograph, fillet, grit, weld, fracture test, length per center of the defects, inch of the macro test function, fillet, leg size, convexity, mechanical test, conducted, laboratory test number, we certify the statement that recorded correctly the test, coupon, prepare, welded test, and in accordance with the requirements, appendix WG, organization and date by. Alright, performance plate horizontal axis welded horizontal flank position 1G, plate vertical axis welded horizontal position 2G, vertical position 3G, plate axis welded overhead position 4G. Bless you. The throat of the weld on vertical flat position 1, axle weld horizontal position 2F. Position vertical position 3F, vertical overhead 4F. Shows dimensions, interest is no indications, assorted, large, medium, fine. Tip of the number, size of the 6-inch length with a round indication charts. Assorted, large, medium, fine. 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 Alright, discard these feet for the produce section. 10 special root bands, special for the welded material. Welding procedures, qualification specimens. So we discard this piece and the root and face bend, show the different plates and the sketches. Of American Welding Society, a weld chart. Remember FAR, SELPN, and T, well, and field weld symbols. American Welding Society continued. Those are the symbols. And this has been a reading of the M102 1002 of the Army AR Manual Standard Recommended Practice Specification of the Tanker Cars Appendix W.